Hello, good morning and welcome. It's the 26th of May and it's around 7:30, so a little bit earlier this morning. And I'll start off Australian dollar. Uh, it shorted yesterday and this isn't massive. It's had a little bit longer today. It's come down 77 pips. Um, I really don't think this is finished. I kind of think it's going to go back up. Um, we had 25,000 positions long last week. Obviously, the commitment of traders is out tonight, but I think this is going to continue back up. So I'm not getting into this just yet. I could be wrong, but I'm going to have actually broken my trend line, and we've gone below the 50 level on the RSI. Uh, but I kind of feel this is going to go a bit further. So we'll see what happens later on. Euro, US dollar, it's fallen a little bit this morning. Last week we were 20,000 positions more short, and we have got quite an extreme short position on the commitment of traders. So we haven't seen a lot because from that this week we haven't seen a lot of movement down, but I think this is still to come. I've still got a position in there at the top. Um, we'll see what happens. I've actually loved this morning. I had so much heartache yesterday because I got knocked out of my best position on this pair, but it is shorting nicely today, and I'm a lot happier, a lot happier with this. That is a 4 hourly chart. Sorry, this is a daily chart, and I've got my stops behind everything at the top. So much more of a happy bunny on that one. The commitment of traders on the euro obviously is very short, and on the Japanese yen it's 2-to-1 long. So next week, 10 days, I'm expecting that to really work out quite well for me. Euro, New Zealand dollar, same thing again. It is shorting. It's had a nice red candle this morning. I've got two trades at the top in profit. I'll get the stops behind those. And we're expecting it to close this gap here. We're falling nicely on the RSI. I'd like to get underneath the 50. So look at that again tomorrow. Pound USD. Somebody asked me yesterday, is this not a good trade to short the pound against the USD? Well, the trend, as far as I'm concerned, is upwards. So the pound short USD is a swing trade, and I don't take swing trades on this channel. They are more dangerous. So everything that I can to get rid of the danger out of the trades, I do. And so I don't do swing trades. But if this has a nice short down here, then I will long it back up. And I find that's really much safer for everybody. So I don't short it, although it did look very enticing. I don't short it, but I will long it back up. Thank you. Here we go again with the S&P. It had a good green candle up yesterday. It's on the trend line. I think that's due to come back down again. We'll see what the commitment of traders thinks tonight, but it looks to me like it's going to come back down, especially after the big fall we had in oil. Come on, yes. Right, this is the euro pound. This is setting up really nicely. We're at the 69.1. I think this should be a good short for next week. That's a nice long candle we've got this morning. It has actually closed, I think, this. Let's just have a look down here. Yeah, it has closed the gap. So there's no gap to close, but the commitment to traders they're short the pound and short the euro, but as soon as they go long the pound, I think this will be a cracking sale, a really good deal. Euro CHF, I know a couple of people who got out of this yesterday, but I still think it's going to be a really good trade. Uh, about the same as yesterday. I'm about at entry on my bottom trade, and I'm in profit on the top. And I will get a stop behind that one. Actually, I'll just do it now. Smashing. Euro CHF. This has fallen a little bit. The commitment of traders were really bearish this pair. It was at a bearish extreme. I am expecting this to follow through and obviously close the gap. So I'm looking for that to move down next week. I think this is going to be a really top trade. EuroCAD, similar thing, needs to close the gap. We have divergence on the RSI, looking for that to go down. Silver, this is flagging a bit now. It is at resistance. It's got the resistance here. This is at resistance. I kind of think it's going to go up a little bit more. So we'll see. If it does, if it goes up and touches my blue line, I'm going to take a short on it. USD JPY. Just shorted a little bit this morning. It's doing this sideways movement thing. It's below the 50 and it's just started to point down a bit. Hopefully this is going to follow through. The drop in the price of oil yesterday isn't going to be helping people's confidence with their overpriced goods. So USD, Canadian dollar. We're into profit on our bottom trade, so I'll just put a stop on that. There we go. And that was the strength in the Canadian dollar. Weakness in the Canadian dollar due to the drop in the price of oil helped a little bit. I think there maybe was a little bit of strength in the pound, but not a lot. So hopefully we'll see that follow through to the north. USD Mexican peso. Well, what can I say? It has started coming back up. I am confident in this trade, but Forex is Forex. We all know it. I'm going to move my trend line over, try and give myself a little bit more confidence. But as long as the commitment of traders keep showing me short the Mexican peso, I'm going to stick with this trade because I think this will out. This is the big trade of yesterday. I got out at the blue line. It's starting to come back up a little bit now. That was about 300 pips for me that I took on that trade, which obviously is very nice. So if it comes back about a third or half the way up that candle, I might get in it again. We'll just see how I feel at the time. So that's smashing. Thank you all for watching, much appreciated, and thanks for the subscriptions and the likes. Cheers now.